Lock the doors and pour yourselves something strong, ladies, because the whispers coming out of the studio this week are absolutely explosive. And what they have planned for Michael Corinthos is nothing short of a total character assassination. If you think the battle for Aurora Media is just another corporate tug-of-war, you are gravely mistaken. We are about to witness the absolute destruction of a man's entire legacy. Right now, the canvas of Port Charles is painted in pure, unadulterated chaos. We have Willow Kane spiraling into a legal nightmare, desperately trying to fend off hit-and-run accusations while her marriage hangs by a thread. We have Jason Morgan returning from the dead, changing the entire dynamic of the mob scene and forcing Sonny Corinthos to reevaluate his trusted inner circle. And in the center of this swirling storm, we have Drew Kane. After surviving a terrifying near-drowning incident in the lake thanks to Nina Reeves acting on pure panic and pushing his wheelchair off the pier, Drew is miraculously recovering his mobility. But he is not just recovering his physical strength. He is recovering his ruthless edge. The man who was once the golden boy of Port Charles, the honorable hero, has been fundamentally altered by his time in Pentonville, the betrayal of his loved ones, and his near-death experiences. And now he has his sights set squarely on Michael Corinthos. Michael, meanwhile, has been flexing his newfound power over at Deception, acting every bit the arrogant heir apparent, completely oblivious to the jaw-dropping twist that is hurtling toward him at breakneck speed. To truly understand the magnitude of what is about to happen, we have to look at the psychological shift in Drew Kane. If you ask me, the writers have been slowly planting the seeds for this villainous turn for months. Drew is no longer the man who plays by the rules or values family loyalty above all else. He was locked in a cage, stripped of his freedom, and forced to watch from the sidelines as Michael and the rest of the town moved on without him. That kind of isolation breeds a very specific type of vengeance. Drew is calculating, cold, and incredibly patient. He knows that simply taking a company away from Michael would be a temporary wound. Michael has lost and regained ELQ half a dozen times. Losing a CEO title does not break him. Drew wants to inflict a permanent, devastating wound. He wants to tear down the very foundation of Michael's identity. For weeks, the writers have been feeding us this narrative that Drew's primary goal is to reclaim Aurora Media. He has been loud, aggressive, and entirely unsubtle about his intentions. He has marched into rooms, declaring to anyone who will listen that he is going to take back his company and strip Michael of everything he has built. It is a classic soap opera setup, right? The prodigal founder returns to oust the young, arrogant executive. Michael, true to his Corinthos Spencer DNA, took the bait, hook, line, and sinker. He immediately went into a defensive frenzy. We have watched Michael mobilize his vast resources, calling in favors, consulting with his legal teams, and putting Aurora on absolute lockdown. He has been tracking Drew's every single move, convinced that a massive corporate war is about to erupt on the boardroom floor. Michael believes he is playing a high-stakes game of chess, anticipating Drew's hostile takeover bid with supreme confidence. But that's not even the craziest part. The truth is, Drew does not give a single damn about Aurora Media anymore. This entire corporate war, it is nothing but a brilliantly orchestrated smokescreen. A massive, elaborate illusion designed to keep Michael's eyes fixed on the wrong prize. If you ask me, Drew is playing a psychological game that Michael cannot even begin to comprehend. While Michael has been burning the midnight oil, pouring all of his energy, money, and focus into fortifying Aurora's defenses, Drew has been operating in the shadows. He has been silently, methodically reaching out to the long list of people who harbor deep-seated resentment toward Michael. Let us be honest, ladies. Michael has stepped on a lot of toes over the years. From his ruthless business tactics at ELQ to his arrogant dismissal of anyone who disagrees with him, the young Corinthos has cultivated a massive garden of enemies. Drew is quietly harvesting that resentment, forming a secret, underground alliance of powerful individuals who all share one common goal: seeing Michael fall. His true target is not the company portfolio. It is the total annihilation of Michael's reputation, his powerful network, and his untouchable status in Port Charles. But that's not even the craziest part. Let us take a moment to really analyze the sheer volume of ammunition Drew has at his disposal. Michael Corinthos is not a saint. He has a closet full of skeletons that have been begging to see the light of day. Over the years, we have seen Michael resort to blackmail, coercion, and ruthless manipulation to get his way. He has destroyed careers, alienated family members, and justified it all under the guise of protecting his loved one. Remember how he treated Ned Quartermain during the ELQ takeover battles? Remember the lengths he went to in order to punish Nina Reeves, completely disregarding the collateral damage? Drew has been meticulously cataloging every single one of these transgressions. He is building a dossier of devastation. By reaching out to the people Michael has wronged, perhaps even forming a quiet understanding with corporate sharks like Valentine Cassadine, or leveraging Tracy Quartermain's perpetual desire for chaos, Drew is creating an unstoppable coalition. These are not just angry former employees. These are powerful, wealthy individuals who have been waiting years for the perfect opportunity to strike back at the Golden Boy. Let us talk about Michael's hubris for a moment. Raised by Sonny Corinthos and Carly Spencer, Michael has always operated under the assumption that he is the smartest, most capable man in any room. He possesses a dangerous level of arrogance, believing that his wealth and family name make him invulnerable to true defeat. Drew is weaponizing that exact arrogance against him. The sheer brilliance of Drew's master plan is that he is actually going to let Michael win the battle for Aurora. Yes, you heard me correctly. When the inevitable shareholder vote or board meeting finally takes place, Drew is going to fold. He will put up just enough of a fight to make it look convincing, delivering a passionate speech about his legacy, and then he will allow Michael to secure the victory. I can already picture the scene. Michael sitting at the head of that sleek mahogany table, a smug, triumphant smirk plastered across his face, believing he has successfully vanquished his uncle and protected his empire. He will pop the champagne at the Metro Court, celebrate his undeniable genius, and bask in the glory of his corporate dominance. For a few fleeting days, Michael will feel like the undisputed king of the world, convinced that he has outsmarted everyone. He will think the war is over, completely unaware that the real devastation hasn't even begun. But that's not even the craziest part. The ultimate bombshell is going to drop when Michael realizes his victory is completely hollow. Days after his supposed triumph at Aurora, the walls are going to start caving in on him in ways he never imagined. While Michael was so hyper-focused on keeping the company, Drew was busy gathering a mountain of long-buried secrets and damning evidence against him. We are talking about the kind of scandalous, reputation-ruining dirt that makes investors run for the hills. Suddenly, Michael's biggest financial backers will start pulling their funding without any explanation. His longtime political and corporate allies will stop returning his calls. The loyal partners who helped him build his empire will turn their backs, terrified of being associated with the radioactive fallout of Michael's exposed past. Drew's strategy is a masterclass in psychological warfare. He realizes that owning Aurora means absolutely nothing if the man running it is universally despised and untrusted. Drew is going to leave Michael sitting on the throne, but he is going to burn the entire kingdom to the ground around him. Michael will still technically own the company, but it will be a worthless, sinking ship, plunging into an unprecedented crisis of public relations and financial ruin. The psychological toll this is going to take on Michael cannot be overstated. We are going to watch a man slowly unravel on our television screens. Imagine the scenes, ladies. Michael pacing the floor of his lavish Aurora office, his tie undone, his phone ringing off the hook with angry investors demanding answers. He will be frantically barking orders at his legal team, trying to plug the leaks, only to find that every time he patches one hole, 3 more burst open. The media will have a field day, splashing his long-buried secrets across the front page of The Invader. The Invader, ironically, is a publication that thrives on this exact kind of scandalous drama, and you better believe Drew will ensure they get the exclusive scoop. Michael will be trapped in a nightmare of his own making, desperately trying to project strength while his entire world crumbles into dust. He will realize too late that true power is not held in stock options or board seats, it is held in the trust of the people around you. And Michael is about to find out that his trust account is completely overdrawn. But that's not even the craziest part. And here is the jaw-dropping twist that is going to leave Port Charles reeling in absolute shock. As Michael scrambles to figure out how his empire is collapsing from the inside out, desperate to stop the bleeding, Drew is going to deliver the final, lethal blow. He is going to look Michael dead in the eye and reveal that he knew every single detail of Michael's defense strategy before it was even implemented. How? Because Drew has a secret mole planted deep within Michael's inner circle. Someone Michael trusts implicitly, someone he confides in, has been feeding Drew classified information, board strategies, and personal vulnerabilities this entire time. The identity of this traitor is going to be the biggest mystery of the summer, and the suspect list is incredibly juicy. Could it be Jacinda Bracken, who we already know is plotting independently to remove Willow from Michael's life? She has the proximity and the motive to cause chaos. Or could it be someone from his own family, like Ned Quartermain, who has always resented Michael's grip on the family businesses? What if it is someone at Deception tired of Michael flexing his newfound power? Or, in the most devastating twist of all, could it be someone even closer? Someone who has finally grown sick of Michael's hypocrisy. The sheer paranoia is going to eat Michael alive. He will not be able to trust his assistants, his family, or his friends. This is no longer a battle for shares or stock prices. This is the complete psychological destruction of Michael Corinthos. Drew wants to strip him of the one thing he values most, the unwavering loyalty and respect of his peers. He wants Michael to look around and realize that he is entirely alone. This level of psychological warfare is unprecedented for Drew Kane, and it truly solidifies his transformation into one of the most compelling, dangerous characters on daytime television right now. He is no longer reacting to the world, he is orchestrating it. By stripping Michael of his allies, his credibility, and his sense of security, Drew is inflicting a punishment far worse than any physical violence or simple corporate loss. He is forcing Michael to look in the mirror and confront the ugly reality of his own action. Every bridge Michael has burned, every person he has stepped on, is coming back to haunt him in one massive, coordinated wave of retribution. When this long-buried secret mole is finally unmasked, the shockwaves will shatter the Corinthos and Quartermain families forever. The betrayal will be so deep, so visceral, that it will change the landscape of the show for years to come. Drew will have successfully executed the most brilliant, vicious revenge plot we have seen in a decade, proving that the most dangerous enemies are the ones who let you think you have won. But the real question is, when Michael's left with absolutely nothing but a hollow title and a ruined name, drowning in a sea of paranoia and isolation, who will be the one holding the match that burns his final bridge? You will not want to miss a single second of next week's episodes, guys, because the fallout is going to be legendary.